Things don't turn up until people turn them up. James A. Garfield. Everything has a point of origin. Great empires didn't just suddenly appear. They have to start somewhere. Even Rome. Which is why today we'll be talking about the origin of Rome, when it was founded, and how. It's a tale of murder, family issues, and she-wolves? I'll explain later. First, I'm Brie, and I'll be your guide. Welcome to the Scholarly Cheese Guild. The date of Rome's birth is most widely agreed to be April 21st, 753 BC, and according to legend, the city was founded by twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, who were demigod sons of Mars, the Roman god of war. Demigod simply means that their parents, one being human and one being a god. The legend goes as such. The twins were born of a Vestal virgin named Rhea Silvia against the will of her uncle, Amulius King of Alba Longa, who ordered the twins to be put to death. Instead, the servants took pity on the boys and put them in a basket, sending them down the river in hopes of their survival. When the twins washed up on shore, by some miracle, they were found by a she-wolf who let them drink her milk until they were back to full health. After that, they were found by a shepherd who took them in. After they were grown, the two young men decided to found a city, because that's just what you did back then when you were bored. However, the two argued over where the city would be founded. Romulus wanted to found it on a hill called Palatine Hill, whereas Remus wanted to found it on a hill called Capitoline Hill. They argued, and Romulus just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go and build my city. So he went to build it on Palatine Hill. Remus got upset at this, so he decided to jump over the walls of Romulus' city, which had been named Rome after its founder, in order to prove how weak the walls of the city were, because he could. Romulus got angry at this and killed his brother, using the incident as an example of what would happen if you ever dared to challenge Rome. Don't you just love ancient family dynamics? Before we talk about some other Roman origin myths, Jack has a fact about an interesting Roman emperor. So, Jack, over to you.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Mischief Corner. I am Jack, and as you can see, I've been turned into a tree. Just kidding. This is just my cane for the day. Now, as you know, Rome was a great empire, unlike whatever her segment was about. But sometimes it had emperors who had genius ideas, despite their best efforts, clearly. But, unfortunately, some of these ideas were a little too ahead of their time. Caligula ruled from 37 AD to 41 AD, and he had a bit of an equestrian obsession, you could say. His horse, Incididus, was his most prized possession, his best friend, one might even say a brother. His mother must have been weird. Anyways, he did all sorts of things for Incididus, including making him a marble statue, giving him manservants, a harness that was covered in jewels and gold, and feeding him only the finest food, and even tried to appoint him as a senator. Unfortunately, Caligula was assassinated before the horse could live out his dream of running for office. Like I said, a bit ahead of his time. But in my opinion, the horse would have probably been the best senator, and better than all of the humans they had in their government. That's a jacked fact.
I'm not sure I would consider any of Caligula's ideas genius, but let's just move on. So there are other stories that have been devised over the years about Rome's founding, many of them Greek, like the version where the ancient Trojan Aeneas founded Lavinium, and Romulus and Remus are descendants of this great hero. Some versions of this tale include Odysseus as well, but typically he's left out. While these other versions of Rome's founding are accepted in some areas of academia, the most widely accepted version is the first one we talked about. Be sure to stay tuned for when we talk about the Roman split, which led to the fall of this great empire. Extend my heartfelt gratitude to all who have partaken in today's historical odyssey. To delve further into the vast realm of knowledge, I implore you to pledge your allegiance to this channel and heed the beckoning chime of the notification bell. Should this intellectual voyage have ignited a spark within you, I beseech thee to kindle the flames of camaraderie by bestowing upon it your likes and sharing it with fellow seekers of wisdom. Together, let us eagerly anticipate the next noble quest that awaits us on the horizon of enlightenment.